Hello friends, in our previous video we may see how graphic user interface program that may use to create a snake game or how to move graphically a bots or anything that that can be animated using the Python language. So it can be done with two type of libraries that we all know. One is tincture library and another one is turtle library. So last video itself I think you may get an idea what is tincture and turtle library. As tincture and turtle, its only difference is turtle is used for drawing purpose, for graphics or anything that should be picturized or drawn in it is fully based on measurements and degrees. It is called turtle. So tincture library is fully based on labels button, radio buttons, select buttons. There are different kinds of active buttons and active fields in creating a form. Yes, we all know forms. We may fill in online forms or offline forms or the form that we fill in our daily life. That means as a hard copy, we fill different types of form in our life. So that is the best example for tincture library. So I think you may get an idea about tincture and turtle library. Next, we're going to see how to insert data to file or Excel file. So first I need to explain that how to insert simple data to files, how to save our precious data to files. So I take my college details or my college student details. So first I will explain how I need to store my college students details in an Excel file. So first we need to open my file location, that means where I had saved all my projects. Okay, here is all our previous projects and previous programs that related to Python. So I need to create an Excel file. You can see here, this is the Excel file. So I named this file as Exl. So please remember that I had named this file as Exl. So just pause this thing here, and next we will start with Spider IDE. So I have the program in the left side and the kernel side in the right side. That means kernel side means it's a console section or compiler section. Okay, so next we are going to see where to add this Exl, that means the folder Excel file, that means Exl file in this Python program. So we most probably we use OpenPy Excel and tincture library. So OpenPy Excel library is already inbuilt inside Anaconda Navigator. As we all know, this kind of library will support Python program to open and close and read and write the data inside an Excel file. In next line there is tincture library. The tincture library most probably we may used in buttons, text field, labels. So creating a form, it is simply we can say creating a form is the best example for tincture library. So here both the libraries are imported star, that means full types of keyword, all types of keywords are installed or imported here. And WB is a variable that load workbook, that means it will load this file, that Exl file, that means we had saved the file in this place, so it's for identifying the location. I had saved this file. This file contains null values, and we need to copy. Just click on the address section, it will give you the address as e/pycharm_project. This is my file location. You can also choose any file location, so e:/pycharm_project, and also I need to include my file location, that means Excel file location /exl.xlsx. This is the extension of Excel file. Also, I need to copy this extension to the saving section. That means once we open the file, we need to save the data after taking the input from the Python console. So when we are saving, there should be the accurate file location should mentioned. So there is many code. So let's begin with the code. So understand the initial section. Sheet is w.action. The w dot is already we had seen load_workbook. That is the opening or loading the workbook section, where sheet means wb.active. That means that particular file is active. It is checking that that particular file is active or not, or whether the file exl is existed or not. After that, we can see an function that called Excel. Okay, it's quite Excel means some function that already predefinedly we may set. Predefined means the user had set some values to the rows and column. So this is the initial stage to represent the values and values in the particular column and rows. So sheet column dimension A, width 30. So we need to put some width as according to the characters that may used in our Python. But if you used 10 characters for inserting a name, there should only be 10 characters included by the name. If it excluded excluded means it will extended, sorry, not excluded, it will extended with a value 12, 13. If the characters of a name or the length of a string may get increased above 10, that particular field never get the full value, or it will break by the 10th character. So here Python has implemented some predefined user input, that not the system itself programmed, it is programmed by the user, but this is fixed inside this program. All set of this sheet dot column dot dimension, this kind of predefined keyword is used and set the value as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That means it will take seven columns and 7 different values it may store. Okay, in below you can see the sheet dot cell. That means sheet dot cell, each and every shell should contain what type of value. So row 1, that means the first row and the first column will contain a value as name. So name has 30 characters, or width is given as 30, so name can include 30 characters. And second, sheet dot cell, the sheet dot cell is in the row 1 and column 2, so that will jump to the column 2, so it will jump to the column B, and the width of the course is 10. That means computer science or CSE or EEE or ECE, that type of course can be mentioned in the course field. And sheet dot cell row 1 and column 3, that means the value is semester. So semester can be represented as 0, 3, 0, 4 or 5th, 6th in Roman letters. such that the form number and contact number, email ID and address has been stored inside the program. So next, focus to event, semester underscore field dot focus dot set. I think this is a function that's calling another set of function. You can see some different as similar. There is different function defined: focus 2, focus 3 and focus 4, focus 5. So these all are events that focus to particular field to insert a value. Another, defining a clear section. Clear section will define a particular entity or it should be a set where all the values is inserted once. The clear function should automatically executed. This is because each and every time different user may get registered inside the Excel file. So the input should be each and every time taken by the system. So each and every time it will clear the input sections or input text fields. Once we executed the program, you may get an idea how it's working. So not confused with the theory or that I explained with the program. Just see what is the final output of a program. Defining insertion section. So each and every insertion section has been declared here, or else it is empty input. If I submit the form without any input, that will be terminated as empty input. So this if condition will check whether my submit button on click insertion may have no value or null value. It will always print empty input. And here is an else section. That means current row is equal to sheet dot max row. That means max row means what is the row count. That means if I had initially given the value in the first row and I am giving the next value after 1 hour or 2 hours or some time may taken, so the program will always count the rows, number of rows in the file, Excel file, and it will vary. Or if I have inserted one value, it will obviously check the maximum row range as 1. So already one value is inserted, so it should insert the value in the second row. So likewise the program automatically think how to store our data in an Excel file. So sheet.cell row current. So this is the increment section. After we had see the Excel section, defining function of Excel. This is the primary section that will activate when the form contain no value. So we had created a new form such that there is no value pre-existed. So this is the first value. So it will take the first value as simply input and the Excel function will activate. But in this case, in this insertion case, if the value is empty, it will just print empty input. Else it will check for the maximum row and it will try to print or try to increase the current row with 1. So row is equal to current row plus 1. It will increment the row without incrementing the column. Without incrementing the column, it will increment the row itself. And it should here we can see sheet.cell means it is saving the data inside the cell. That means each and every boxes inside the Excel may be represented as a cell. So that may get stored inside the cell. And once again we confirm with the extension of the file to store the data as wb.save. This wb we had already seen in the top of the file, that load workbook. So it should be saved successfully. and the clear function should activate. So each and every time when we insert a value, the clear function will activate and clear everything in the text field. So next, the main function or main loop get activated. This is main function. So we need to install our graphics section. So till line number 132 or 130, we were discussed how the data get inserted and how the data gets processed inside the program, but not we had discussed how the user interface may programmed inside our tincture library. So in the main program, root is taken as the tk and root.configure background color is light green. So light green is the background color of the form. Root.title registration form, the title of the registration form, title of the form will be registration form, and root of geometry, that means the pixels or the screen length and width, and Excel. So Excel, what is Excel? The first function that we had seen. So it will iteratively check that whether the file have value or not. Heading, so it is representing the heading as label 1, as root text form light green, as heading name course sim form number contact number. These all are represented in a label section, and also it is represented in a text field section. Also it is, you can see the text field section as grid here, and these are the grid section. And after the grid section we can see entry root. So entry root means each and every time the value get inserted, the entry root will execute. After that, name underscore field dot blind return focus 1. So focus 1, you can see the function name focus 1 that we had already seen, the focus 1, focus 2 and focus 3 and focus 4 and focus 5, and also the focus 6. The 6 type of focuses are used to divert or represent different kinds of events. So the coding part is, or the graphic section coding part is somewhat not difficult, but it is somewhat difficult to understand. Not it's a problem for understanding, not with working out. If you started working out with this type of Python program, it may get so much easy to program it. So our final section, the grid section, and each and every section's iPad X has been successfully implemented as 100. So the length of the text field will be 100, and submit button, and then after Excel, again Excel, it will have a submit button. So at the end itself, the submit button will erase, and insert command. So command as insert. So this is an insert function that we seen previously. So the insert function. So this is the insert function called inside the button, submit button. So if you click the submit button, automatically the program get executed and it will take all the value, save in the file as text. So let us execute this program. What will happen? Yes, it will open as a registration form in the text and form as the heading, and the length and breadth is perfectly given. The submit button is at the end of the text fields, and first I am inserting my name and my course, semester, form number 1 2 3 4 5. Just I am giving a random number, and I'm giving my number, and also I'm giving my mail ID, So mail ID and address me some values. I don't give my correct address, just I'm giving some values. So we here you can see I had inserted name, course, semester, phone number, contact number, email name, ID as correctly, and I just skipped the address section because it's too large. So if you are just inserting or submitting this button, all the text fields get cleared and the command insert will execute. So if once we go to the Excel file and if you open it, automatically we can see Vishnu Prashok CSE 05 12345, contact number as my phone number, and email ID and address as same what I had texted inside the text field. It gets saved inside the Excel file. So I think this video get a new idea how to save data in Python. Okay guys, that's it with this video. I think you may guys interested with this kind of videos, so please subscribe to my channel and put a big thumbs up. Also share my channel. Sure, I will come with a new video, new interesting video in our next session. Signing off. Bye.